I'm in shock. This was a very close and local landscape supplies, and I'm looking in there. There's nothing in the building. The sign is still out front. All of the bays where they would hold the gravel and sand and everything like that are empty. I'm pretty sure it hasn't been that long since I came here. The trailer still has the sand and gravel in it from that I got to do the concreting when I was doing the fence. But yeah, actually it's been a while, but. And I remember asking him then about decorative white gravel. And he said, yeah, it's been hard to get hold of, but we're getting some in. And now there's nothing there at all. I was gonna ring. I probably should have. I mean, it's not very far, but that's an absolute shock. Yeah, gotta just drive over the side of the road. There's a truck coming down the road. I just wanted to get a couple of bags of soil. I think I might head up to Katoomba because I have a whole stack of plastic bags and stuff, the soft plastic for recycling, which they'll take at Blackstone or Katoomba. I think I'm closer to Katoomba now, and I can go to Bunnings up there rather than going down the mountain to Bunnings and not being able to go to the tip. I'm lost for words. I wonder if they've moved or whether they've closed. Because there was no moving sign there. That sucks. It was such a handy place because it was a full-on landscape supplies and it wasn't too far away. There is one in Blaxland, but I've been there before and they haven't had what I've wanted because they're not very large. I was going, why are there so many people waiting to go to the tip? I think they're doing the scheduled chemical collection this weekend. Okay. Alright. So, there must be at least a dozen cars in front of me because the driveway for the tip is... See the power pole down here? It's kind of opposite that, roughly. Oh. Continue listening and making it. Forgot I had the truck in neutral. I just realised I hope they're still doing the soft plastic recycling because I know it was only it was a trial for 6 months. I can't remember when the 6 months runs up. I guess I'm about to find out. How you doing? Are you still doing the soft plastic recycling?
Yep, we're still doing soft plastics.
That's all I've got today.
That's all you've got?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Yellow line and round to your left.
Alright, thanks. How you doing? I've got soft plastics.
Soft plastics just behind here, is that all you've got?
Yeah.
I'll go take this down to Joe.
How How you doing?
Just have to wait around just one second.
Yep.
Okay, all good.
And thanks. Do you know how much longer the soft plastic thing's going for? Or?
It's been renewed as far as I know.
Okay,
So it's going to keep going.
cool, thank you. Look at that line. Yeah, this is where I joined the line before, out here. So that was a decent wait. Spent about 25 minutes there, and most of it was just sitting and waiting in the line, but that stuff has been in the back of the ute for about 2 weeks, along with the cans and bottles which I got rid of last night. And the rain's just hit. This was the rain that my wife wanted me to get the garden prepared before it hit, but I needed to get Batman's insulin, which I got. Check the post office, nothing there. Get some glucose test strips for Batman. I need to look into the monitor thing for him a bit more, because in addition to the thing that gets attached to his neck, you've got to have the scanner, which then works with an app. You can't buy the scanner from the pharmacy. You can buy the little disc things under the NDIS system for people with diabetes. The price gets dropped dramatically, but they said if you're just buying it, which I would be for Batman, $100 to $120 just for the disc. I took photos of the box and got the information so I can look it up online and find out a bit more. Got to spend $100. It's going to be worthwhile to check on his levels. It'd be nice if it was a bit cheaper. Got to sort of drive through the back of Lura to get to Bunnings, because it's the other side of the train line. I got myself some garden soil and some sand, sort of mix in so the soil's not too heavy. But the rain is really setting in, and it feels icy cold. It says it's 7 degrees here, Celsius. I can see that the clouds are really, like, Bunnings is in a dip, and everywhere else around us has been just covered in fog. So cloud is coming in. Katoomba's, I think, just under 1 kilometre above sea level. It's So what looks like cloud down in Penrith is actually like fog up here. Oh, my hands are cold. Good morning. After a weekend where it rained literally the whole weekend except for Saturday morning, heading back to work on Monday and it's beautiful blue sky. I do hope though that this becomes a trend for the week because the Athletics Carnival is this Wednesday, and even though I can't go because I'm doing Choice Theory Advanced, I don't want them to have to reschedule the Athletics Carnival again, because I think the Zone Carnival is next week, so the week after. So we have to have our carnival beforehand to get the students who are going to represent the school at Zone. Really did put a real kibosh on the weekend. I ended up doing all my laundry. Then yesterday, when it was raining in the morning and then just actually was threatening to rain, sun tried to come out, and I went, well, I'll need it to dry out just a little bit before I go up in the yard, and then it started raining. I think I need to organise myself a little bit better on the weekends somehow. Watched a movie last night with my wife, Unfrosted, story of the Pop-Tart, kind of. Jerry Seinfeld and a whole host of other names. It was quite funny, especially sort of little hints to here and there in terms of historic events and things that the week begin. I don't know whether that skies are foreboding. The PE staff did say yesterday that Athletics Carnival is going ahead, rain, hail or shine. When they checked on the grounds where we have our carnival, the recent rain over the previous weekend had made the grounds too waterlogged to actually use. So the carnival was announced that it was cancelled halfway through the day yesterday. So that means that Wednesday will be a normal school day. I've still got TPL, so I'm not there. It's a little sad because our carnival days really are something where the school feels more alive. It's like you see so many kids who come out of their shell because they're quite athletic. Yesterday was a fairly good day up in the DP chair. A few interviews, some returns from suspension. I didn't have to suspend anybody, which is good. It's never one of the things you actually want to do. It's the power that you do have in a school. But you'd prefer the kids to come to school and want to do the right thing. Anyway, I was anticipating going in today for one of my busier days. I got a message from the deputy again last night, and their doctor has said they need to stay home for the week. I actually had a look at the timetables of some of the other head teachers who might sit up there, because the majority of the executive staff that we have now, our new head teachers, are new head teachers. They're just getting their head around their job as a head teacher. And while one or 2 days here and there up in the chair is really eye-opening to head teachers about what the job entails up there, what actually happens up in the top end of the office, you generally get a better understanding of the complexities of the job of the senior exec in the school, and that you can't just go, yep, you're mucking up, suspend you, that sort of thing. There's a lot involved. When I looked at the few staff who have set up there occasionally, one had a 6-period day out of a 5, which meant that they were after school as well. The other had all junior classes. I looked at mine and went, I've got all my classes, 8, 10, 11, 12. I contacted the admin head and said, I've had a look at the others. I don't know who else you have in mind, but my day is probably the easiest to cover. And when I looked at the way that they did the cover today, it actually was kind of the least disruptive on the school. It's not like I'm wanting to miss class. I actually sat with my roll book to figure out how many classes each of my classes have missed, with the training I've been on and the time I've been up as the deputy, amongst other events. And where I thought my year 12 was missing out a lot, they've actually got the highest percentage of their lessons out of all my classes. Year 11, which I have the most classes with, the most periods, have missed out on more, because the Art of Leadership days, where I'm out for 3 days in a row, they're 3 days when I have them. And I still have my TPL tomorrow, where I'm going to North Rocks Public School. I am quite likely going to be the deputy again Thursday and Friday. I put on this sweater because it goes nice with the tie, but it's actually one of the thinner ones. Might be a little chilly. So weather doesn't look too bad, but the Athletics Carnival did get cancelled just because of the grounds. It's a normal school day back at school. I'm going to North Rocks Public School for what I think is the final day of our advanced practicum for choice theory reality therapy. I'm banking on the traffic being better than last time. I've left earlier than I did last time, but you can never know. I think over an hour and a half last time. Fingers crossed I'm going to be there a little bit more on time. I know how to get to North Rocks, but the most efficient way to try and get to the primary school, I leave up to the GPS. It says to go along the M7 this morning, which should save me some time, but hopefully that will keep updating, and I'll check on it, I guess, towards the M7. I'll see what it does on the highway or down on the M4. Decision was made yesterday to just keep me in the DP's chair for some consistency, apart from today. I had a look at the timetables of the other head teachers and who would sit up there, and asked the head teacher of maths if she could sit there today, and she said yeah, okay. And I'll be there tomorrow and Friday, and we've got a long weekend, and the deputy, who's currently off sick, will hopefully be better because she's applied for some long service leave for a week off for family, and that's starting Tuesday of next week through to the following Monday, and be back on the next Tuesday. So the principal said, yeah, we'll put you on there, keep me on upstairs, and we'll just play by ear. The next day I've got to be out, which is the deputy conference, which is Thursday of next week. In and out, the school really is just getting by day. Head teacher admin sent out an email last night, sort of, I think, trying to prepare and pre-thank the staff. Let's be Bidwell strong is our hashtag, because at the time that she sent out that email, which was I think around 10:30, she still had to try and cover, to do 19 covers, and there was already mergers and stuff like that. So I dare say there's going to be a few more mergers, or who knows. Made it to North Rocks, came a completely different way, which I didn't know. Parking in the same area, but in a better spot. Didn't have to walk as far to get into the school. It's just across here. Thursday, the weather's looking a bit blear, but it's our Multicultural Day celebrations at school today. Representing part of my cultural background with the hat and my little shamrock tie. Already checked this morning's emails, and SRC coordinator has done a great job in planning ahead for today, and they had made a fine weather plan and a wet weather plan. She said, we're going with the wet weather plan, yada 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 yada, like, here we go, this is, and I looked through it and it looks like it's going to be a fantastic day. The wet weather plan incorporates more of the buildings rather than out on the oval. It will run from 9:30 this morning and go through to the end of our school day, which is 1:30 on a Thursday. Looking forward to all of the performances from the different cultural groups that we have in our school, seeing all of the other things that they're going to have on display in the second session of the day. Performances are in the morning, and then in the middle session of the day there's information stalls, there's food stalls, there's other stuff happening. So I like the way our school is heading towards making these types of things an almost full day event. Like our cross country carnival, that was fantastic. The swimming carnival and athletics carnival are always a full day, but having these types of things, I know NAIDOC Day is coming up later this term. I'm not sure whether they're going to have a full day thing for that, or whether it's a morning session or whatever, but I like the fact that they're going for making them much bigger community-centered events, because the community come in for this one especially. We had a great day last year. It was so wonderful to see all the encouragement and the community support for their kids, because they love their culture. Looking forward to the day. A lot of rain last night. Oh, it's going to be wet under the stairs. Yep, all flooded under there again. Not the best looking day for a trade information fair to be happening at school. I haven't got anything to do with the organisation, but it's meant to be running the whole day out the back of my trade school building and in that back area of the school. And from the look of the layout for planning, the organisation for the day, there's a lot of people who are going to be there, like presenting, a lot of vendors, trades. And I have to find out about it. Rained really heavy overnight. It was still raining heavy this morning when I woke up, so it's only just sort of started off. I'm hoping it wasn't as bad down at school, because where they're all setting up is out on grass, and I don't know that there's a wet weather contingency plan like there was for the Multicultural Day. Multicultural Day was fantastic. The commitment in the performances, the bravery of some of the kids who got up on their own to perform a traditional dance, the level of community involvement, the support, and all the community groups that came in, that food trucks from different cultures and things like that again. But the performances on stage and the support from the parents and the community was the biggest thing, and it's one of the key reasons of why I really am still at this school. So much support, and it just feels fantastic. They've been putting up new signs around the school for lots of things, but lots of big signs for the faculties. Finally came out and installed them yesterday, and they really look great. I also saw Kappa's one up yesterday, which very Kappa. I have a feeling Maths got theirs installed yesterday as well. Maybe Science, I haven't seen Sciences, but I did see part of Maths one. But it really is brightening up the place. This is not a great start to a long weekend. I am hoping that this is not all the way up the mountain and it's just the end of the freeway as it enters the mountains because of traffic lights and not an accident. But this is really slow. The run was pretty good until now, just sort of in between the two exits for Penrith. And it rarely does this at night. But as I said, we are heading into a long weekend. King's birthday on Monday. Used to be the Queen's birthday. Not really his birthday. It's just that Australia loves a public holiday. And we won't get rid of the monarchy if we still need a holiday. No, I think if we ended up becoming a republic and not being part of the Commonwealth anymore, or not having the monarchy as a head of state, we'd still have a public holiday somewhere. But yes, long weekend ahead, and I'm going to assume that this could be just because there is a lot of traffic of people sort of heading out west to go camping, or because that often happens.